if I lose all control and take a step out into the unknown? Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? I need to open my eyes and get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise.
Welcome to the warm-up show with the hockey coach, local Frenchies are clear for the beautiful country of Thailand. We have to find a way. Go to find a co-host from Toronto, Mr. ENORTAP. Welcome back in the house.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Hockey Nation. Big night tonight, Coach.
Yes, it is Wednesday night on the January 4th, 2022. We have only 3 games in NHL tonight, but the most important thing is not this goals game. It's more about the, of course, the Team Canada, Team USA. We're going to do a live stream. It's on our tap after the show at 6:30. We're going to shift and move to the next live stream. Tonight, Mr. Natal, we don't know. This is the final of the holidays French quiz tonight after the Canada versus USA. You are on the final, and it's different, Mr. Natal.
It's different, of course. You make it different every day.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely right about this. You would like to see my concept tonight?
Sure. Go ahead.
Here we go. So you have at the top the name of the people. And at top, Luc, William, and Nick. You have 12 choice over there. It's not necessarily the one under your name is the pick. The key is you pick the question, but you don't know the number of the point. And then, Mr. Naftap, you have 2 jackpot inside those questions after that. So you're going to have I don't know, you can maybe go with Canucks example. So I'm going to turn the flip. It will give you the number of the point. If you sign the jackpot, now you have a double choice. You can increasing the question from to 2 to 4 or the 6 point.
Okay. Boy, oh boy.
I think the way I'm doing this when I'm a Santa, I should start a show live on TV, NBC to get hire me because I have a lot of ideas about that. I think Liam McGuire should be concerned about the way I'm doing this right now.
Yeah, I could see that, Coach. You're definitely ahead of the curve, that's for sure.
I think we should reinvite Liam McGuire.
Let's do it.
I think that'd be great. But listen, that a show without those people in that show would be impossible. And we have to welcome everybody. First of all, Mr. Natat, one out to welcome from Halifax, back with us, Rick Bengo.
Hey, Rick. Welcome.
Rick had a good night yesterday because he copied his wife about that one over there. From Taiwan, Jeffrey Corey is in the house.
How's it going, Jeffrey?
Denver, downtown, Mr. Natap. Steve G is in the house.
Steve, how's it going?
From Ottawa, Vinny James 007. Welcome.
007. Welcome aboard.
From Finland, Yamo Vertanen. I can't wait to see his comments. And our friend the Double J directly from Toronto downtown, your neighbor. Welcome back.
How's it going, Jay?
From the Double J to the Double T, Mr. Terry. Welcome back.
How's it going, Terry?
From Utah, good afternoon, Mr. Round with Kings 20.
How's it going, Ron?
Moderator, Mr. ENORTAP, Mr. Luciano Graziano.
Hey, welcome, Luch.
I don't know if you remember, Mr. ENORTAP, but Luciano started to love the game when he was really young. I don't know if you never talked the story about him, about his how he grew in hockey, everything like that. And then when he realized at 14, 15, he did not possibility to play in the high level, so he decided to, hang at the rink and time to thinking to do maybe some job at the rink. He started like as goalkeeper. He become a linesman in hockey, everything like that. Then he became a Zamboni driver, Mr. ENORTAP, and he was working at an area really north. I think it was in Timmins in Ontario, Mr. ENORTAP, and unfortunately, he had some problem happening to him at some point. I don't know, he had missing break or he did not know what to do, but this is where he hit Mr. ENORTAP. So that was his end of his career as a driver, the Zamboni, Mr. ENORTAP. It was Luciano. So and that's that way he started to play the banjo and learning the music, and then he changed the orientation of his career. So I just want to share it with you.
You need a special license. You need a special
we
license.
want to thank his wife to produce that picture. Honestly, it was Yamo, but that's happening, Mr. ENORTAP. I'm just sharing this with you quickly about this, about his adventure.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Luch.
We have a few people in the house.
Go,
This intro is way better than it before. Thanks so much. We have Mr. Steve Pitasso in the house. Steve, welcome back.
Steve. Welcome.
Then we have Crazy Quiz Night. Is going to be fun. Stu, tonight Rick Kirk is in the house. Mr. ENORTAP, welcome back.
How you doing, Ryan?
Saturday night live with Coach and ENORTAP dancing. Well, there's something I can do that. What about the Buffalo Sabre fans, Mr. ENORTAP? Real Deal Prim is in the house.
How's it going, Real Deal?
Thanks so much, Mr. Rick, to be with us. What about the cake? We call him the cake. Welcome back, Aspire Cake.
How's it going, Aspire?
Back in the house. I'm not sure yet he's back at the business, but Dan Ogilvy, Group Automotive, is in the house. Automotive Group.
Welcome, Dan.
And we have our friend Roger Delaney knock the door, Mr. ENORTAP. Always a pleasure to have Roger with us, Mr.
The Master. Roger the Master.
I'm happening about this one. There have a few people talk, no excuse. Coach is happy right now because he's in the jail about that. I don't know, but we feel good.
That's because he listened.
Today. He listened. What about our friend Joseph Laham? He's going to watching the Devil tonight, Mr. ENORTAP.
Uh-oh. I wonder what Joseph's going to predict for tonight. Welcome, Joseph.
And then still not very happy about the Toronto Maple Leafs. This crew is partly yesterday about this one. This is from Temper Zamboni. That's what the picture coming from him. Wait the eyes, and then the people comment about this. That's pretty good. I will use my free get out the jail pass for tonight, Mr. Luciano. You did it, my friend. It's already confirmed. ENORTAP, he already did for you about this one over there. Yeah, we'll talk about the Edmonton Oilers. I won't be mad if I was a Edmonton Oilers fan. Played terrible last night. And we have a couple of things. Mr. William McClary knocked the door. Welcome back, Mr. William McClary. Thanks for being with us today.
Welcome.
His contract for $7 million. What do you think, guys, about this? WJ talk about the possible contract about Jacky at $7 million, top contract, $7 million. Yeah, but he signed for one more year, Double J. So I don't know why they will sign him right away, but I will not be surprised he get a contract during the summer for that one there. $7 million, that'll give him about $3.5 million per year, or a 3 years contract at 2.75. 3 years, I gave him 2 million, 2.73. Yeah, 2 million point. Yeah, possibility there. It's possible. I think under $3 million, I think is pretty good about that one over there. And we have a few people that definitely going to talk about this, Mr. Hunter, but a few people. And then we have, don't forget to remind me at the end of the show, we have a new segment, Mr. Hunter. Remember me that one with that. I'm going to forget about this one. We have a new segment.
Let me guess.
About 30 seconds
the hockey
only.
Pond?
No, it's a new one. You're going to like it. You're going to like it.
Okay. Sure.
You can hit on the chat. Good call. Yeah, my underrating call, Mr. Notap, it was the chat, but we'll talk about this in the next couple of minutes.
Although,
before you said pay your attention, Mr. Notap, I want to remind everybody, every day I do ab video at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, ab struggle. Martin St. Louis, no answer about what's going on, and just want to share it with you, Mr. Notap. Now I'm done for talking about this. What pay attention yesterday? Yeah, about 3 minutes to go about.
I'm going to talk about the offense last night. It seemed like we started off the year with very high scoring games, and things were starting to come a little bit closer. Last night it was, back at the old barnyard, the burning house here. Like, what did we have? We had 11 goals in Toronto between the Blues and the Leafs. We had another 8 with the Rangers and Carolina, when I said it would be a low scoring game between those two teams, but so much for that. Of course, the Bruins, or not the Bruins, but the Sabres and Washington, another 9 goals, 8 from Florida and Arizona, another 7 from Edmonton and the Kraken, another 8 by the Islanders and Canucks. Like, it was a high scoring affair last night in almost all the games, with the exception of maybe a couple. But I'm not going to go into too much depth with these games, but some really good must-win situations. I thought the Winnipeg over Calgary was a huge win for Winnipeg. It was a good barometer for them to see where they're at. You look at the LA and Dallas game, LA played a fabulous game, and you got to give Copley credit there. Like, this guy in the last 10 games has
9-1.
Has 9-1, and I think he saved LA, because at one point it wasn't looking very bright for them. St. Louis hanging in there. The Rangers, big message, right? We can play with you, Carolina.
But I will say to you one thing about the Rangers. This is the Super Bowl for them. I don't know what would be the outcome of the end of the season for the Rangers. But at some point, Mr. Notap, we're going to do a warm-up show in April. We're going to remember that game in January at the beginning of the year, because I think could change the way about the rest of the year for the New York Rangers. I think they need that game to be still in the race, first of all, but I think they will beat Carolina the way they played yesterday. For them, it was really the Super Bowl. That's diminished a bit the Lafreniere situation, and it was not a good environment for the last couple of days with the New York Rangers since Lafreniere out his scratch, but this was a huge W. And the Panthers, it was a must-win. They could not lose against Arizona, the Panthers, yesterday.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right about that.
So that's our in about this. Who is in the net for the Devils of the win? We're going to give you this and a bit of information a bit later, Mr. Vinny, about this one over there for sure. Yeah, it was a great night. I mentioned to you, Mr. Natap. It was pretty good about this. You did very well. Like I said, the World Junior Championship, the Checha just won the game. If you're watching like me, you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, and then, it was a tough, but great ends again. Tied the game 1-1. The Checha, David Cherechek, the second overall pick, from the Columbus Blue Jacket, have an amazing, great game yesterday again against Checha. find a way to tie the game and then score in overtime, where it was completely dominated by the Sweden, and then a big save for the goaltender for Checha to save the game, and then Checha scored back right away by the drafted by the Minnesota Wild Chirich. So really good game for Checha. Going to be a final. It was my underrated team for that tournament, Mr. ENORTAP, and now we're going to get the game at 6:30. The Team Canada versus Team USA. Do we should put that game in the prediction, Mr. ENORTAP?
Sure, if we want. Sure, let's throw it in there.
Did you get already some email?
I haven't checked yet.
Yeah,
I'm sure I got
the
some.
problem is because some people did it already.
Okay, it's all right.
Yeah, I apologize, but I think it would be good to do that one. Maybe we can go for the final, Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah, for sure. We can throw that in there for sure.
So that'd be great about this.
Just want to add one thing, Coach, to that. To be honest with you, I was a little bit disappointed with the Czechia and Sweden game. I thought both teams, for the most part, were playing not to lose, and especially when Sweden got that 1-0 lead. They played a very defensive-minded game. They only sent one forward in the entire rest of the game, hoping never to make a mistake. And of course, the biggest mistake they could have made at the end was to ice that puck, which allowed for the Jiricek goal with about 30 seconds or so. The overtime, as you said, I thought they dominated that, but it was a different team. You saw when they took it to two Czechs that they were all over them. I think that goal that they scored in overtime may have been the first shot on net in the overtime for them.
Yeah, I didn't have that. You have a shot before that, but it's barely. It was completely dominated by the Sweden.
Yeah, and the other thing I just want to throw in very quickly: tonight's game between Canada and the U.S. should be a really entertaining game. Two teams that, over the last 10 years, I think the advantage has been U.S. Not last 10 years, last 10 games. The advantage has been U.S. really. I think they've won 6 out of the 10 games, if I recall correctly. But the thing I'm looking forward to tonight, though, Coach, is a reflection of what the NHL could be in the future. And we're going to see Canada, which I think you can check off the box where they've got the size, the grit, and the physicality, versus the U.S., who has the speed, has the skill, but they're a little bit undersized, especially when you look at their defense. Only Hughes is at, I think, 6'1". All their other defenders are under 6 feet. So, does that hold up? If it is, we're going to see the direction of a lot of NHL teams go that way. If not, we're going to continue to see a lot of big players being drafted over the smaller skilled player.
Yeah, absolutely. Great comment about this. Internet user just pop up. I was said to you on my video, I said earlier, the game is going to be winning by the team would play the best between the both blue line. So what I said to you by this is that by the cap control, by the transition, by the puck mover, the team's going to have a very good between that. And then my second option, I would say the reason the team win, do not expect Bedard. Don't expect Cooley. It's going to have a line, a third line, a fourth line, or the second line going to score goal for the team. They're going to win that tournament tonight. So that you have 11 goals for the first line for the Team Canada, Bedard. Only 1 goal for the 4 goal only for the second line, and that's something they need to step up. I'm sorry, only 1 goal for the second right, Gwender and Oatman. No, not Oatman. Yeah, I think it's Oatman now. Only 1 goal, Evan String in the tournament, Mr. ENORTAP. Only 1.
I know.
Shane Wright,
that's amazing.
And then Dalen Gwender, both of them only 1 goal, Evan String. So they need that support. Third line have 4 goals with Dean Gaucher. Anyhow, we hit the 21 here.
This is the kind of game, Coach. You're right. Look out! You might think this is out of left field, but look out for Owen Beck tonight.
I don't know they're going to let him play.
I think they will. This is the kind of game he likes to really play, and we'll see if he makes a difference. But I think he'll be there.
Because the last game did not use him. They play at two line.
But it's about possession, and this guy wins a lot of face-offs. He's a good stick handler.
But here I would say to you, if I was coach, I would not use him.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
I will tell you why. And when I said that, use him, I would just give him a sporadic role. Why? Because you want with 12 players to the war, and they are there because of 12 players. And then now you use Beck over other players, and it's not good.
No, I'm not saying you give him like 25, 30 minutes. I'm not saying that at all.
No, I know you're not saying that, but if you get him at 7-8 minutes, you got him over. I don't know, the third center or the fourth center.
Yeah, but it's not the quantity of time; it's the quality, and I think this is the kind of thing that Beck will rise.
Yeah, well, he played what 3 minutes the last game.
That's all it takes. If he scores the winning goal.
Yeah, if you go that direction, I have no problem with that part of there. I just want to mention, like, if you let play like a regular shift, I think that was not going to happen. Yeah. All right, we have a couple of things. We have already 23. NHL, Vrena stay, did not get claim. It's easy, guys. Second contract, $5.5 million. That's exactly what happening, and that's normal. Then Vesey extension, $800,000 for 2 years, $1.6 million. This is a great story about Jimmy Vesey, and we'll have to have more time to talk about him. What a guy never gave up. Like Sam Gagner have a 1,000 game in NHL. Another the Vesey remind me Andrew Cogliano. What you talk about? So Cogliano, guys, was a dominant player in OHL. It was a bit like Guy Carbonneau did with Chicoutimi long time ago. They was like all about offensive. What they did, they adapt their style with the new happening in the hockey, and to see with longevity in hockey, like Jimmy Vesey now and Cogliano, they become more a two-way players. They become to learn to play in defensive players, and that's for me. That's the reason why they're still in NHL. And many players don't do that, unfortunately. Kyle Shinnok, example, did not learn to play a two-way players. And I can go all the way like that. But I just want to sharing this with you, Mr. Natap. And then we activate players. Caroline, Pacioretty. Pacioretty coming back. Detroit open the door for Fabry. That's the reason Brenner get out. Philadelphia will come back the goaltender Hart. Vegas will come back Jack Eichel and Paul Cotter, Mr. Natap. Injury, very bad news. Boston lost DeBrusque for a couple of weeks. And then Washington knocked the door, Mr. Natap. Wilson Backstrom, they are coming back very soon. It's not the next game against Columbus. Going to be maybe the next two games, Mr. Natap. I will have to talk about this, Mr. Natap. Vancouver and Moncton. Unfortunately, we don't have no time. And that's happening tonight. I would love to talk about the Montreal and not looking good. We have no time, Mr. Natap. And I would like to talk about the overtime, the hockey pound, but we have no time, Mr. Natap. So, but it was great to mention this about this one. And we forgot, unfortunately, to talk about the Barley Boss. Let's talk about the best record of the last night with 10-1. King of Gamer at 10 seconds and the boss is on tap.
Amazing.
Here we go for the boss unfortunately. For the jail, Mr. Natap.
Congratulations.
I forgot to put the jail yesterday. And the name. So you have to remind me. Luciano was a pass, but Luciano cannot be there. So who was in the jail, Mr. Natap?
Oh my goodness! I don't have my paperwork here with me.
The name is coming very soon, so don't worry about this. It's going to pop up in the next couple of seconds. And we have 7-4, 6-5. Yamo! Oh, we forgot Yamo!
Yarmo, yeah.
It's Yamo! Hey, Yamo did it, Mr. Natap. He go to the... I did not remember it was Yamo, Mr. Natap. And Pierre Martin is the only one make the... obviously, the jail, Mr. Natap.
And Randy and...
At the end, Mr. Yamo is going to be in the jail. It's a pleasure to put him right there. We're not happy, but, it's something we like to do that from time, Mr. ENORTAP. You ready? Here we go, Mr. Yamo. Go there, enjoy your next couple hours over there. Mr. ENORTAP, we have a few minutes. Let's rock and roll the last two games we have on that one over there. And first of all, Devils Detroit.
Let's do it. Yeah, the Red Wings, they're going to welcome the Devils to town tonight after that 4-2 win over the Senators. They're currently 5th in the Atlantic, and they are still very much relevant in terms of the playoff hunt, but it's probably a little bit unlikely unless they go on some huge winning streak. Surprisingly, the Red Wings have been able to keep pace with a whole bunch of injuries that they've had. Guys like Bertuzzi and Zadina. Now they're getting Fabry back, but he was out for quite a while. Larkin was out for a while as well, but he's the leader there. The Devils, they're strolling in after that 5-4 shootout loss to Carolina on New Year's Day. They're second in the Metro right now, and the problem is they've been spiraling a little bit out of control. Like they've lost 9 out of their last 11 games. So that's a little bit tough to see, but they're still a very talented team. And I believe that a lot of those losses, they were in all of those games with the exception of one, I believe, 1 or 2 maybe. This contest will determine, it's the rubber match between these two teams. They've already played twice. Detroit defeated the Devils 5-2 back in October, and then New Jersey won 6-2 at Detroit in October, near the end of October. I can't remember the date, but so this is the rubber match, and I'm going to go with the New Jersey to win this one. It'll be a close one, 4-3. I believe it's Vanacek against Husso. Husso's confirmed.
New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we have the same score, Mr. ENORTAP.
Okay.
I keep this simple tonight. I follow you.
You follow me.
Yeah.
Right
you
to
saved
jail,
me a
probably.
game yesterday. I changed the Vancouver Canucks Islanders.
Yeah, but I couldn't convince you to switch another one. But that's okay.
I was upset about
We
LA,
split it.
but
We had 2 differences and we split them, so that's
I
why
know.
we had the
I know.
same
I
record.
thought I was going to win both, but that's another story on this subject. Tampa Bay, Minnesota, back-to-back game for Tampa Bay Lightning. Won the last 4 games, 8-0, and the Minnesota were doing well, 8-0. And Gustafson against, I'm not sure, is Elliott.
It's Gustafson against, no, I believe it's Vasilevsky.
Okay, I don't know. I just put this
Yeah,
there.
so it's going to be a fun one here for sure in Minnesota tonight. 2 teams that have been playing very well as of late. Each team comes into this matchup, playing some good hockey. Winners of 8 out of their last 10. Both groups, like they're both in third in their respective divisions. Things are coming together for Minnesota nicely lately. But Tampa Bay has looked really, really good to me. The only problem I see here is if Vasilevsky doesn't get confirmed as the starter, that could be a bit of a problem. But I like the fact that Minnesota is at home, and Gustafson really. I know they're going with their backup here, but he's 8-5-1 on the season with a .234 goals against average. So it's not a huge drop off for Minnesota. So I'm going to take the home team here and say Minnesota's going to win 4-3.
Minnesota 4-3, Mr. ENORTAP. All right. I would take that the same score, Mr. ENORTAP, 4-3. The reason why, because Tampa Bay is freezing right now in Minnesota, and they cannot figure out what to do. So I will go with Minnesota on that one, Mr. ENORTAP. And Real said, Mr. ENORTAP, Real said Minnesota did not win, Tampa Bay did not win since 2011.
Yeah, actually, I saw that too, but the streak ends tonight, just like the streak of Colorado ended last night.
Yeah. I would like to ask, first of all, welcome back, Danny, and then ask JJ to give us this first score between Detroit and Devils, JJ. If you don't mind, that'd be great.
And
There we go, Mr. Notap. Next game. That's the next one here.
And our last game of the night, Dallas and Anaheim. The Stars, they're on a back-to-back. They had a real tough game last night. I thought that they played very well, could have easily won that game. But they travel to Anaheim now for the second time this season. They suffered a 3-2 loss at the hands of the Kings last night, who I thought played just simply, it was a very good game. I don't know if you had a chance to see that game, but I saw the second and third periods, and it was a great display of hockey. It's just that LA played a little bit better than Dallas did last night. So despite playing the tail end of a back-to-back here, they come into tonight's game, I think, as heavy favorites. Anaheim, as we all can see, are struggling. You could say they're in a rebuilding mode for sure. They're allowing 4 goals per game, and they're just scoring just slightly over 2.2 goals per game at this current time. Now, Dallas has a very good power play. They have a dominant top line. They have a strong goalie. Even though it looks like it's Wedgwood against Gibson going tonight, it's not really a big drop-off with Well, it is when you compare him to Ottinger, but what I'm trying to say is Wedgwood is also a very, very competent goalie, and they won't skip a beat here. So I'm going to take Dallas to win this, especially after losing last night. I don't think that they want to lose 2 in a row, and they want to keep pace here. So I'm going to go Dallas 4-2.
All right, Mr. Notap, 4-2. I listen to you again, 4-2.
Okay.
It's funny because all my score are done before you start to do it. That's amazing.
You're still using that line, are you, Coach?
All right, I love it. Mr. TT, welcome. And then Richard Molin, welcome back. Renaud, welcome. It's our training. Traité to Bédard, Mr. Notap, he said. Talking about Mr. Bédard, the last segment, Mr. Notap, we have no time to ask you what you're looking for tonight, Team Canada, USA, in a way. But we have a new segment, Mr. Notap. Are you ready?
You want to go ahead?
The Bédard race, Montreal 27 and Florida is 24 and the standing, Mr. Notap. So all the way for the rest of the year, we're going to follow the Bédard race for the both team for Montreal. What are you going to be in the standing?
The funny thing is, last night I went on the Tankathon site where you could do the simulation of the draft.
Yep.
And I did it 20 times. Montreal only won the lottery once, but Florida won it 3 times.
I'm telling you right now, Bill Zito is going to remember that one for sure. Hey, that's all, Mr. Notap, for tonight. We have to shift, but before we leave, of course, we said, oh yeah, you are awesome, you are amazing, you are the best, and remember, you have greatness inside of you. Everybody have a greatness inside of you, Mr. Notap, of course, and then the next time, be well, be healthy. Finally, we not only dominate your day, finally, we dominate the first half of what?
You're 23.
You did it again. Have an amazing, great night. I will see you after. And don't forget, guys, tonight, the French quiz panel, the holidays after the game, Canada, USA. 4 people in the chat are going to be there. And one of them is Mr. ENORTAP versus Luc Laporcine, William Snyder, and Nick, Chicago Bear. Have a great night, Mr. ENORTAP.
Good night, Hockey Nation. Good night, Coach.